During a meeting with the Welsh Parliament, presiding officer Elin Jones banned the use of all flags behind members. She said if flags continue to be seen in video calls she will fly the flag of the independent Tropical Republic of Ceredigion. She told members of the parliament, "Can I just say that I've noticed a tendency for a proliferation of flags flying behind members on Zoom this week. It looks as if the R rate on flags is greater than 1 at the moment. Therefore, from next week, no more flags, otherwise I'll be tempted to fly the flag of the independent Tropical Republic of Ceredigion behind me here. So we move on to a flagless week next week, please." However, the move to ban all flags, including the Union Jack, has been met with criticism and outrage. Welsh Conservative leader, Andrew R.T. Davies, tweeted, "Members should be free to display Welsh and British flags, and anything they want to be honest so long as it doesn't break any code of conduct. This is an overreach." A spokesperson for the Welsh Conservatives said it was a bizarre intervention from Ms. Jones. They said, "This is a bizarre intervention from the presiding officer. There should be nothing wrong with members of the Senedd displaying Welsh or British flags in their office. Indeed, the Senedd has such flags on display. Rather than policing members' backdrops, it would be more helpful if the presiding officer expended energy ensuring government ministers address the Welsh Parliament first on issues such as lockdown restrictions, rather than the media, and that they show respect to Senedd members by showing up on time." This ban comes months after the Department for Digital, Culture, Media and Sport released guidance stating the Union Jack flag should be flown every day on all UK government buildings. Culture Secretary Oliver Dowden said the flag will act as a proud reminder of our history and the ties that bind us. These regulations will not apply to Northern Ireland, where there is legislation about flying flags from government buildings. SNP MP Mary Black said about the announcement, "This idea seems to have been inspired by Tory ministers watching an episode of The Thick of It, rather than a serious government. If the Tories think an overload of Union Jacks on buildings is the answer to promote the strength of the Union, then it shows how thin the case for the Union is. Flags won't undo the poverty and hardship the Tories have created over the last decade. The Union Jack flag is currently only raised on government buildings on about 20 designated days." The BBC came under fire after BBC breakfast hosts mocked the Union Jack flag during an interview with a government minister. BBC breakfast hosts Charlie State and Naga Munchetti mocked a Union Jack flag during an interview with Housing Secretary Robert Jenrick. The hosts joked Mr. Jenrick's flag was just a little bit small. Following this, Prime Minister Boris Johnson lashed out at the corporation and claimed the BBC is subject to metropolitan bias. Ms. Munchetti later apologized for her social media activity but not for the behavior of the presenters on BBC Breakfast. A statement issued by the BBC confirmed it had received complaints from people who were unhappy about Mr. State's comments and Ms. Munchetti reaction. It added, "It was meant as a light-hearted, off-the-cuff comment and no offense or disrespect was intended." Naga and Charlie have been spoken to and reminded of their responsibilities, including the BBC's impartiality and social media guidelines.